What's going on, you guys? You found yourself on the Connor O'Reilly YouTube channel. I'm a professional disc golfer sponsored by OTB Discs, and this is day 20 of our yearly Vlogmas tradition, 25 courses in 25 days, and every 5th day we have a giveaway. That means today we have the second to last giveaway of Vlogmas. You're gonna get this big stack of discs right here if you do as we say. So watch for a few more holes, maybe go grab your drink, settle in, because you're gonna wanna listen for that cue and listen for that time where we tell you how to enter the giveaway. It's gonna be worth it, and hopefully we will entertain you guys with some East Metro disc golf. It's probably one of the more, I'd say, polarizing courses in Austin in terms of whether you like it or not. And I think part of it comes down to what time of year are you playing the course. I typically like to play it in the wintertime after NADGTs come through town, got it tournament ready, because if you play it in the springtime when everything's at its most vigorous growth-wise, there's definitely some spots where this course needs to be upkept for you to really appreciate and value its beauty, because it does have an awesome design. It's got a unique variety that you don't see at any other course here in Austin, and it has some prickly rough. It's definitely right here in the kind of scrubby ranch country, a lot of mesquite trees, some beautiful oak trees as well. I'm excited to show you guys one of my favorite courses, one of my favorite designs in the Austin area. Today's level up is going to be this safari style hat you see right here. It's got the CO logo on it, and you can only find it at otbdiscs.com. So you're going to go check one out. If you, like me, love to play disc golf, but don't always love putting sunscreen on, whether it's going to mess with your grip or you don't want to sweat it into your eyes, get yourself a nice protective hat. Even on winter days like today when that sun is out, it's important to protect your skin as much time as we spend out in the sun as disc golf lovers. It's a necessity. And so it got me to level 84. We're here on T1, ready to attack this 636-foot par 4. Really like this hole. Play across the creek through this narrow gap off the tee. Some players will go spike hyzer to the landing zone. Some players will try an aggressive shot that holds turn. Doesn't really matter what distance you get off the tee, as long as you're to the corner and you have a clean swing on the second shot, you can birdie this one. And because of that, I like going mid-range. Just play the straight shot with this Iron Samurai MD3. And then take a hyzer in to the green from there. This tree is definitely growing into this tee box pretty nice here. James Conrad, not approved. Oh, I thought I hit my sunglasses, but then I realized it was the freaking microphone. I don't like that placement. All right, you guys, we're out here in cowboy country, and we might as well take a cowboy start, especially because I literally just hit the mic on my pull through there. I thought it was like sunglasses, and I realized I'm wearing my sunglasses, so we're putting the mic here. I'm gonna try another shot with the Athena. I'm looking for that same straight line, and then we're off to the races. Hold, buddy. There we go. Got some fight through that oak branch, and we found ourselves in the middle, looking at the basket. Let's go hyzer into the green from there, try to put it close. How far you think it is? Wait, you don't need to guess when you have your Bushnell rangefinder. You just dial it in. 376 on this approach here. A little bit of headwind. I'd like to be a little bit further so I have more of a hyzer angle swinging into the green. I'm gonna have to play more of kind of a flexing shot straight at it over the top with this cap wrap. Looks like that basket is a little unlevel up there, maybe it's just an illusion. We'll find out after we throw it in. Throw it into the left side of the green. Okay, there's some hairy windows on this course, and if we can escape this place not bloody, that's a win. We got a window here. Fade. Oh, felt so good. Square off the band on that one. You know, sometimes I realize my default commentary brain can just be quiet. I don't need to tell you guys I was just square off the band. I think you guys can realize that just by watching. So, but maybe for those guys of you who turned away from the phone for a second, because you're getting the popcorn ready for the rest of the round. You forgot to do it already. You know, I was letting y'all know. I hit the band, if you didn't hear it. Hole 2 is always one of my favorites. Par 3, 355, creek long. Land slopes away right at about 20 feet short of the basket towards that creek. Effectively a dead straight shot, a little bit of a limited ceiling here. A lot of times this tee is caked in mud, so it's nice to have some freedom to throw here today. I'm going MD3. Nice and flat and firm. A little bit of drag back. And yeah, I fortunately caught the ground just before that slope away I mentioned. So hopefully that took away some of my speed, kept us in bounds there. Iron Samurai MD3 got it done here on hole 2. Definitely one of my favorite par 3s in Austin. Just simple and good. This course does offer a dual set of tee boxes on most holes, which is nice to give some variety for different levels of player, being as it is the only course within like a 20-30 minute radius. This is one of those joint boxes at 274. You can see the basket straight ahead, a little bit of a rise in front of you here, forcing you to not be able to just scream one down there low. Causes you to play a little bit of an arcing shot. I'm gonna go with the Watt. Should be a perfect shape for this hole. Creek right, that does play out of bounds to look out for. Little bit of drag to the right. Hopefully it catches a tree right now. We'll see. Could be in the creek. Hopefully I'm on that bank and we got a putt. But I gotta appreciate two of the coolest Yopon hollies in existence. Amazing trees. They might be crepe myrtles, actually. Uncertain. Maybe crepe myrtle, but really cool trunks over here on this creek bed, and I'm in bounds. Good to know. And there's another birdie. That makes 2 for 3. Hole 4 is a very technical par 4. 564 feet. Play a straight shot out there. Kind of snakes left and then straightens back out to the right a little bit. If you can squeeze an over the top route, it's going to be the most advantageous way to play this tee shot. These limbs are growing in a little bit on the tee, making it kind of tough. But I'm going Kobe Bryant. Try to do something I usually teach people not to, which is put the wrist up here, so that when I release it, the nose of the disc is up. And that should help me really keep the disc on fade and moving left while getting underneath these branches. I've always had a lot of fun throwing this tee shot. A little high, a little straight, but now we're getting the fade. And it kind of sounded like it got to the ground with some speed, so I think it got clear of some trees. We might even be on the long side of that creek in the fairway. Let's check it out. All right, you guys, I've always heard stories of people running into rattlesnakes out here at East Metro. Fortunately, I never have, but the way you're gonna enter the giveaway for day 20 is you're gonna let us know in the comments what animal would you least like to run into out on the disc golf course. Let us know both in the comments on YouTube as well as the corresponding Instagram posts, and that'll get you an entry to win this giveaway. So good luck to y'all. Okay, turns out I faded just here to the short side of the dry creek bed. Kind of two options on the approach, but the bigger gap is going to be the Annie forehand down that right side fairway. So I'm going to take that color shift zone since it's a little slipperier, more slippery of a plastic in case it has to squeeze through anything. And it's straighter, so it should hold the shape. There we go, nice soft pace. Put it close for the 3. The course is looking great. We literally have 3 trash cans on this hole alone. So, but to get rid of your trash in the right way, out here at East Metro, hole 4 lost a lot of trees in the middle there, which now has it playing pretty true, but still challenging. And I think it's the best shape I've ever seen this hole in. Truly highlights what I think is one of the better holes on the course. And I'm excited to show you guys the rest of this track, especially if this hole is looking this good. the rest of it is bound to be looking great as well. Hole 5 is 192 feet straight ahead. Creek parts its ways to either side of the green, creating a pseudo island. No water in it right now to worry about, and we've lost a few tree trunks to make this hole a little more open than in the past. I'm going with the faith, a little bit of hyzer, and going with the standstill here, since it is less than 200. Oh, I threw it so high. And because that had faded, Connor roll out straight to the middle. We got our gremlins out there in the fairway, kicking everything back because we used the proper code at otbdiscs.com for free shipping. I guess this stack of logs saved us. It's our lucky day. And we just realized we had it on 24 frames a second, so hopefully the clips from now on look a little bit better. It's pretty wild to see how barren this hole is looking. It used to be such a tight wooded hole. It forced you to play a shot over here, moving from the left to the right. But now it's lost quite a bit of trees after, I'm guessing, the ice storm a couple years ago. And so you really have a pick your poison shot, everything except for straight. Unless you want to hit this little doorway, you can. I think I'm going to choose this little slippery hyzer on the right with the faith. 211 feet. $211 stay up. Oh, that thing was such a good line, you guys. But it'll do for birdie. And if we knock that putt down, that's 5 in a row. Let's go. If you haven't yet gotten one of these faiths or thought about it, maybe these 2 birdies in a row are the ones that'll convince you. If not, keep on watching. Hole 7 plays gradually up the hill the entire way. 578 feet, but it's going to feel quite a bit longer because of that uphill and because of this low ceiling brought in by this first tree in the fairway here. Play a straight shot on the left side of that tree with a disc like the Athena. Set yourself up for a little more on the next one. Yeah, great timing there. Exactly what we pictured in our head, and we got to primetime location. Should be a very manageable approach from there. I think as any landscape of the course changes, you got to think about the tweaks you can make to optimize that course. And I feel like as we're starting to lose a lot of trees out here, we can think about stretching or shifting pin locations. Like this one can maybe get pushed a little bit further now, since we've lost probably 4 or 5 trees in this approach here, or it can get tucked off to the left. A couple different options I think could keep this hole challenging. Because right now, if you throw a great drive, it's a pretty simple approach. I'm going faith here. There you go, nice and straight, simple shot. That'll give us another birdie, and we're blazing through the course, just like this prescribed burn's about to here soon. Another shot with the faith to keep convincing you guys. Hole 8 out here at East Metro, aka Manor, is probably the best hole on the course, one of the best holes in Austin. I see the basket in a short location right now. A lot of times it's beyond another creek crossing, even further than the one you see down there. This T sign says 805. I think that's for the original basket though, and it plays as an extremely challenging par 4 or 5, depending on how you look at it. I think in the current position, it's a nice challenging par 4. Over that creek, you could still call it a 4 maybe for like a pro tour field, but really tough to get that 3 here. I'm going Athena off the tee. Try to cross that first creek and keep it in the middle. That's the goal off the tee. Just need to hold over to the right for another half second. A little bit too flat, and I skipped off to the left. Hopefully we can manage a birdie, but it's going to be tough. Our streak is in danger. Another reason why it's good to play out here in the wintertime is because it's not too hot to wear pants, which are going to help you with lies like this one. Otherwise, they're going to be, like I said, probably drawing some blood. Forehand Anheuser. Maybe 250 left, 240. Popped it up on a nice little turn. Oh man, what a beautiful scramble. We ain't letting that birdie streak die just yet. Come on, man. You gotta do more than that to stop me. I may only have a shoulder bag worth of discs right now, but they were hand selected, only the best options available. And they're virtually in your hands when you buy them at otbdiscs.com because they tell you the dome and stiffness on every disc. This one's gonna be no dome, also not puddly though. And stiffness, yeah, it's gonna be about 80% stiffness. I forget if they use a 5 scale there. I think they do, maybe. It's probably gonna be 4 out of 5 if you're using a 5 scale. As I stand here on the tee of hole 9, a tricky par 3 at 229. Through the tight gap, you gotta skip it off to the right. It used to be even more narrow too before some of this clearing happened. I've always seen people take over the top shots here, whether it's thumber, tomahawk, but don't let Mason Ford's Instagram post the other day fool you. I pioneered, paved the way for the understable grenade shot on this hole. And I'm gonna show y'all how to do it with this OTB Open. No, yeah. It's the OTB Open 2024 Stamp Orbital. Thumb on the rim, rip it up to the sky, let it move to the right. Oh yeah, go in. Wow, just left of the basket, but you can see it was working its way to the right and even seemed to land kind of gently. That one should be in circle 1. Well, you can see where it dug into this soft topsoil that you have out here in East Austin. As a present for the next one. No, just kidding, I like that one. On to the back 9, and we're being greeted with probably the worst looking hole so far in terms of just the upkeep. Usually you have a lot more ceiling to work with off this tee, but it looks like this tree or the branch is kind of sagging and blocking a lot of your ceiling here. Very limited for the backhand shots because of that, so I'm gonna go forehand. Kobe Bryant Cloudbreaker, put it on a little bit of flex, let it come back, and there is just a mild right to left slope on this fairway up there that should help check it from skipping too far right. I used to love backhand on this shot, but it's not really there right now. Oh no, kick out. Well, you guys, our birdie streak without a throw in is likely gone, but we're gonna try our best. Let's see. Sometimes you gotta take your meds, y'all. And that means sunshine and exercise, not that pharmaceutical crap. This is probably the most characteristic green on the. You got like the Ninja Warrior ravine wrapping in front of the basket, creating a little bit of a peninsula and some steep slopes with some tricky putting angles. So you gotta really put this one close. I'm going color shift zone. Try to send it. Holy cow, you guys, that was the most members bounce you ever seen in your whole life. I just yanked that, almost killed a cardinal and their 4 babies. Wow, it's a little late in the year for that, but they're imaginary. Try to toss in a miracle bar. A little short alligator arm swing. Go in, holy crap, that was kind of cool. I don't think I've ever thrown a shot like that in my life, but that might be a new one on my repertoire. The little jumper. Okay, another change that greets us. They have filled this in, you guys, with this rock. It used to be taller than me down in there, probably 8-10 feet deep, and it was kind of a dangerous spot on the course. So I can understand if you want to use this course for good tournaments, wanting to get rid of it, but it was a really cool feature on the hole. I almost wish they would have kept it and maybe moved the pin back or make it like a relief, but for safety I understand. Ooh, definitely tough to take bogey here after such a good start, but We got plenty holes left to go score some more birdies. Hole 11 makes for a fun dual option par 3. Left side, much more direct, but also much more narrow, and less trees to hit if you do pure it to the basket. Right side kind of forces you away, playing through a little bit more of a thick wall of trees as you approach, but it's a bigger gap initially. I've always liked the left side with the forehand here. I feel like it's the best chance at ace on this 213 footer rubber blend zone. Oh man, a little early out of the hand there and got knocked down by the one tree to beat. We got a long putt. Let's try to knock it down. There is a drop off beyond with an out of bounds creek, but we ain't scared. Drop. Literally hit the 11 so perfectly. It's okay. That's my favorite miss if I gotta have one, much as it pains me. This basket's got the party hat on. It's here for a good time, not a long time. Just kidding, hopefully both. Hole 12, a very technical par 4, though it's not the longest, 492. There used to be a big leaning oak that created a low ceiling at this bend, shooting off to the left towards the basket. That tree is gone, sadly. Still got to hit the same shape, but it definitely lost a bit of that difficulty with that tree being gone. I'm gonna go cap wrap, hyzer up the middle. Just try to get myself to the corner, even though part of me wants to just blast a big flex shot towards the basket right now. But I'm not gonna do that. It's a little thick out here. I don't want to be looking for discs. We're here for business. We're here to get back on the birdie train. And that drive is gonna help, especially if we get through the trees like we did and got a little skip. Might be a touch right, but we're gonna have some options coming in. As predicted, a little bit deep here, so I'm gonna have to go punch forehand through my old ammo for my bow and arrow back in the day. Hopefully we get through. Keep it on hyzer. Some extra power to deal with the stuff. Got through. Gave it a little bit of extra, but we're still short. We got a circle 2 look for birdie. Yeah, I could feel it out of the hand, just wasn't quite flat enough. Gotta commit. Now, I feel like I say it a lot, but if you want to get better at putting through obstacles, just come play in Austin, Texas. For the most part, 80% of the courses are going to help you with that skill set. 13 is another hole that's lost a bit of its teeth and scariness off the tee. It's gotten wider and way more thin on the left side. This one used to really just be so narrow, and anything off the mark here was going to likely be a bogey, if not more. Now, pretty sizable gap. I'm going to rip on my mutant on this 250 footer. Pop it really firm. A little bit of hyzer, let it skip. Oh, you can't even. As you can. Yeah, a little claustrophobic. This tee has always kind of bugged me. Just how short the tee box is, and then how you kind of want to use the right side of the tee to give yourself a gap. And then my long arm goofy self is like, oh, I want to hit my arm in this tree. Too many thoughts to throw a good shot. I'm not ready to give up on a 2 yet, especially with this newfound scramble ability over here. Color shift zone straight at it. No! Not enough ceiling for a conventional putt, so we're gonna stay on that forehand train. Oh, off the top of the dome. Can't say I didn't try, y'all. There we go. I just straddle around some of them spiky green vines. It's a bogey, but I kind of tried to risk the 2 and the 3, and that's the price you got to pay sometimes. Could have just chosen a simple soft scramble, but That's not what we're here for. Hole 14, shortest hole in the course, 170 feet straight ahead. It's also one of the tightest gaps. Play it through this V gap on the left if you want the most success, and choose your Connor O'Reilly faith on that little backhand Annie standstill. Come on, is that the Vlogmas ace? Drop, dude, drop! So close. Caddy May, her services, I'm gonna start putting them in the details below. You guys might want her for some tournament prep. She does a great job. Four. Sorry, May. No, the dreaded moment. The dreaded moment. No, it wasn't a real throw. You know? It wasn't a real attempt, right? Hole 15. If you're a player that's right-handed and has forehand and backhand available, it's just a matter of what are you most comfortable hitting the gap with. A forehand can get you a little bit further around that corner as it bends to the right towards the basket. A backhand will leave you a longer approach, though if that's your comfort zone, I say take it. I'm gonna go forehand with the captain's Raptor. Maintain hyzer. Try to get a nice little soft skip. Definitely maintained hyzer. No skip possible when you hit a tree. And should be an easy 4 from there. Maybe a miracle 3. Let's try to save something cool. Sometimes to achieve greatness, you gotta have a little crazy in you. So I'm gonna go orbital. See if I can get a backhand roller to flip right. It's a pretty short shot, but not a lot of options from here. Oh, I hit the branch and cut rolled left. That is the worst case scenario. And you know, I'm just gonna erase that from the memory bank. I only get members bounces. I forget about the bad ones. Take ownership, throw better. Okay, going to a knee to extend myself back from my little bow and arrow guys. Coming at you. It was too light, whoops. All right, color shift zone. You can just see the band. Y'all go with that? Y'all go with that foot? Yeah, all right. That's left. Sound like a pretty solid tree hit. Hopefully it didn't penetrate too far in there. Otherwise, par might be tough. Tricky window here. Let's go. And one, Ralph. It's a good par scramble. Guys, we got a colony with, we see winged ants. Those might be queens. We could have a migration happening. There's a lot of activity. I don't know if you know anything about the harvester ants. Are there winged workers or are those just queens in the making? I'm uncertain. I'd like to be informed by one of you lovely people, so tell me. Hole 16's always been another one of my favorite par 3s, just dead straight. Gotta beam it there. Avoid the stuff left and right. Pick your favorite disc to play a straight shot on. I'm gonna go with the MD3. Pop it nice and hard. Should start to fight back now. Oh man, I was gonna say if I beat those trees, we might have an ace chance, but either way, we got a putt, and we're happy with that line. I'm gonna use the back of my lie, which is about the size of a piece of computer paper. It's a good visual to keep me away from this stump so I can still keep my same stroke and don't have to go to the straddle. A little high, but it'll go, and we got a birdie. We're happy about it. Hole 17 is a simple but challenging par 4. Uphill off the tee here with a low ceiling brought in just past this creek crossing. One trunk to beat in that fairway. You're going to want to choose the left side of it with something that's going to skip straight up that hill. Kobe Bryant cloud breaker. Get us to the corner, and then we'll go from there. You got to look out for these angry fire ants here in the back. Oh my gosh. Big boy, stay down. You got to play the ground play on this hole. And now I got to scramble. If I can save par from there, I'll be really happy. Anytime I'm going orbital sky forehand, I probably didn't throw the tee shot how I wanted to. Wow, it even faded off on me. Yeah, par. Pretty much going to take a throw in after that because I'm going to have another stabby mesquite tree lie. No run up allowed with this tree behind me. I do have a standstill forehand opportunity, and we can definitely still save par with a putt. I was a little too quick to say that it was going to be too hard. Into the headwind. Standstill. Mesquite tree, sowing needle thorns behind you. Nothing to worry about. Hold, baby. I just need a touch more turn. But it didn't sound like it hit too much, so I might have an open-ish putting window for par. Okay, we got our first prickly pear cactus encounter, fortunately, to be 17 holes through at this course and not have to deal with one yet. But, oh wow, there's almost no mathematical chance at making this one. Making small for basketball, I mean, it is one of the best choices. It's just so far. I'm going to try, honestly. Screw it. Kobe! Honestly, even like that was probably like my best option for a little layup, so I'll take it. These trees are a little too tall. We had the Victor Wembanyama defense. Tough shot. I feel like the back nine definitely still offers opportunities to birdie, but plays a little bit harder. And my round has kind of shown that today. We were really shredding on the front. The back nine slowed us down a bit, but one more hole to go to try to finish on an up note. We're running out of battery, so we're going to speed run through hole 18. Thanks you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and to enter that giveaway for day 20. Highs are over the top is how I like to start this tee shot. Or a little bit of a stall drag, even better to minimize ground play. Should be sitting in that pocket there. Let's see. 384 in on this 688 foot par 4. Oh, big bomb. That is not the cap wrap. That's the orbital. That's not going to do what I think. You know what? I'm going to go Kobe Bryant while he's over here. Good width there. Can it top that tree? Yes, it does. And we got a putt for the win. No! We missed it. And we'll miss you guys until tonight when you watch day 21 at midnight. That's right. Set your alarms. Wake back up even if you already fell asleep. You're the best fans in disc golf. Thank you. We love you.